Hey guys, Dale here, back with a brand new series, House Stormguard. If you didn't watch part 0, then you might be missing out on some of the character introductions and some lore. I'm sure I'll just kind of naturally reintroduce characters and talk about the lore as we go, but this is us beginning our gameplay, so just kind of like a little review. We have plans for a huge medieval city here. And obviously, we've started with more pawns than typical, but we aren't going to be able to build that with these guys. So we're going to have to recruit. We're going to have babies. We're going to have to do all kinds of things. The first thing that we need to do is we need to chop some wood. So they are chopping some wood. We're going to build a little shelter out of log walls. Furniture, we can't build any real beds yet, right? No, we need straw and stuff. We need straw or some kind of fabric. So let's go ahead and stick some sleeping spots down. We'll assign this to Rowan and his wife, Zara. Let's go ahead and wait. Are all our people the wrong ideologian? We are House Stormguard, but I saw these guys are not the right religion. I'll have to fix that with dev mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Yeah, so we're getting a little table down in here. We're getting some recreation. We're getting a little camp cauldron and a wooden trestle because we're going to have to turn logs into planks to be able to use it most of the time. Like we need planks for the wall and all the furniture, but we do have log walls that we can build straight up with just the raw wood. I also put down some grow zones, so we will get some growing areas kind of set up in this keep area that will start prioritizing first. I think our first priority is actually getting the research bench down and researching stone cutting so we can start building stuff out of stone. I think actually I want them to haul in this food, these components, and that herbal medicine right away. So we'll kind of like let them do their thing. And while they're doing their thing on 2 times speed, let's see like what abilities do you guys have? You actually have a bow that I started you with. I want to put my king and my queen back here. Our priest doesn't have a weapon, so we'll stick him back there as well. Fordo, you are a knight. You're going to be up front. And then everyone else has ranged weapons. Ronald, you're a hunter, so you're actually pretty good at shooting. Radon, you are a fire mage. And yeah, I think that's good. So when we look at Fordo, he has a couple abilities already. Activates or deactivates the sustained combat skill sprint. Greatly increases movement speed but causes exhaustion. Requires 30 stamina to sustain and reduces stamina regen by 20%. So he can just have this on all the time. And it just makes him faster. Sprint. Okay, cool. And then grapple, that'll grab an enemy and pull them in. Very like Roadhog from Overwatch or Stitches from Heroes of the Storm or, countless other games that have similar type abilities. Oh, okay. So we are going to make that like a little storehouse. Let's grab these log walls and just do that for now. Let's grab a couple doors. Okay, and then let's get these chunks out of the way. We have marble and limestone on the map. Okay, so we looked at Fordo's abilities, and Whirlwind is, I think it's like an AoE attack, right? Frenzied attack, dancing forward, and a furious whirlwind of steel and death. Okay, so your stamina, usually you're at 110, you're at 80 right now, and I think it's because his armor is giving him, yeah, he does have armor that's enchanted. This is from the Elves mod. I kind of reskinned some of the RimWorld of magic gear, not all of it. Some of the textures are pretty old, and so I retextured those with some of the other textures from mods that we have in the mod pack. Oh, you as a hunter, you have tons of abilities already. So you've learned all this stuff. You just need to like level it up. So home cooking. Actually, you guys can continue doing your thing while we look at this. Animal. So arrow storm, I want to turn on. Fires a volley of 5 arrows at the target. That can always be on. You can always use that whenever we're in some kind of combat situation. The ranger uses a dose. Okay, so poison trap. Animal bond lets us auto tame an animal, and then they also have some kind of like connection to each other. I don't think we need to worry about that right now. What kind of animals do we have on the map? We have some death stingers. That's good to know. We might want to go take care of those. I don't think we need to right now. We have does, rams, nothing unusual. Oh, the squirrel skin is... the squirrel texture is like super cool. Stop hiding behind the tree. Okay, that's a pretty cute squirrel. We do have a troll on the map who might try and eat us. There's plenty of other things on the map for him to eat, so I'm not too worried about that. Looks like he probably had some raccoon earlier. Okay, Ronald. Home cooking. Present an ally with a meal that's specially cooked to remind them of home. Gives a mood boost and satiates the target, preventing them from getting hungry for a short time. Oh, that's interesting. And he can just automatically do that. Medicinal cooking. Cooks a special meal for an ally that boosts their immune system. These are like... these are some interesting updates to the hunter class. Hunter roast. So the hunter can provide kind of like some meals, which is interesting. Fresh roasted coffee, Sichuan spices, knife toss. Oh, you know what? Some of this might be part of the RimWorld of Magic expansion, the cure classes and stuff, because I know it adjusts existing classes. So maybe that's why. That's why I haven't seen that before. So that's pretty cool. So the hunter, like, great with the bow, can bond with animals, can pretty much like do a lot of things solo, like lots of solo survival skills in there. Radon, you don't know anything yet, so you're just kind of like working towards it. Mary, you can summon a defensive pylon, which is a great ability for you to start with. Doral, you can do stone skin. Apply stone skin to the target. Okay. So that's good to know. So that's just like additional armor or like damage reduction or something. Rowan, you can do a charged ability. And Zara, you can entertain. Let's turn that on. That's like your bread and butter. So what does entertain do? Entertain fellow colonists using a variety of methods. The skill has 2 components, a passive skill and an active skill. The passive skill allows the bard to entertain other colonists, and I think that shows up like in their needs as just them being entertained. So we'll let them do their thing. I'm going to fix their ideology. I don't know why they spawned in with a different ideology when we already have our own ideology like stood up. And we'll come back when things are happening. Okay, they're still sleeping, but I did fix their ideology, so everyone is the right one now. And I realized I didn't talk about our ideology in episode 0, part 0, and we haven't talked about it yet. It's pretty straightforward. We have a couple styles. We have the Dwarven style from the Stoneborn Styles mod. So that's what our table and chairs and our ideology altar will be. And then we have the Viking style, and it goes off the menu. There's the ATH styles mods. There's like Draconic, Gothic, and Viking is a new style that the mod author released. It changes a bunch of things. These are pretty comprehensive style packs, and I'm pretty excited to see what they look like. Our ideology is like pretty straightforward. We have human primacy, and we did that mostly because I think it gets us production specialist. We have cultured, so reading books and writing books is something that's desired in the colony. Oh, sorry, you're pregnant right away. Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny. Let's try for baby, because you guys are our nobles basically, and so we didn't need an heir and a spare and maybe like 5 more. City builder, I feel like that fits kind of like one of the big goals for the playthrough. And then Transcendent, which is from a RimWorld of Magic. This makes it so that like they approve of magic, they could venerate magic, so they should have like pretty nice thoughts of each other because everyone is like some kind of mage, right? So wife chit chat, got some lovin', physically stunning, and she's a mage, uh, faintly scarred, mage. Like basically, they don't really know each other, but they all know that they're mages. So I guess that's going on there. We need a crib, and we have like a little Viking style crib. Let's go ahead and put that down. And then what else is going on here? Oh, I think there are a few things that I want to change with the Ideologian. So kind of like going back to our lore, these guys, the House Stormguard was a noble house in Stormhaven. That Kingdom of Stormhaven is in ruins, and basically like there are no citizens or noble houses or anything left. So we are the last surviving noble house of Stormhaven. So I think coming up with like that name Stormhaven and Stormguard, I think I want our leader to be the Storm King. So I'm going to change that. And then I want to add a few more rules here for our knights and things. So let me. Okay, so our leader will now be the Storm King or Queen. We have a role for an Archmage. And this role is required in order to do any of these rituals from RimWorld of Magic. So Arcane Path, Bestow Magic gives someone the ability to learn to become like a magic wielder. Arcane Path gives them a class, basically. You can also get a class from reading certain books or scrolls or whatever. And you can also get the ability to become like magically able by consuming gem, like a particular arcane gem of some sort that's very expensive to craft. You can also sever someone's connection from magic. The other rituals that we have are Mournful Eulogy, Storm Calling, and Storm's End. And basically, these three, Sever Magic, Storm's End, and Storm Calling, will all have a random chance to have a random person show up, that thing, a random recruit. I think Bestow Magic makes an Aurora happen if it's really high quality, and then Arcane Path might give us like a random reward. Aurora, and random recruit. Okay, cool. And then relics, we have Storm Render and Eye of the Storm. So someone will use Storm Render, and Eye of the Storm will put in a reliquary. I might add more relics. We'll see how things go. This is probably going to be a pretty long playthrough because these are extensive plans. And then the other thing that I didn't mention is I do have the miscellaneous endgame mod. And do we have that structure? I don't know where it would be, but I do have. We might have to research it. But basically, we'll do the miscellaneous endgame, which is like starting up a starship reactor, except it's just, in our case, it'll be a statue that we like trigger. That'll trigger like raids for like 20 days. So once the city's all built, I think that's the way that we'll end the game. We might see what we can do to push the Profane back and reclaim parts of Stormhaven. But yeah, we are not quite building the walls. We've hauled materials to them. We've started gardening. Do we have someone set to construct? Construct. Mary, why aren't you constructing? It's very interesting. No one is wanting to build the things. Let me restart the game. Okay, we got it working. A bug I introduced with some of my mod finagling, not with the mod pack itself. So things are looking all right. I think I like honestly, like I went to go fix the bug and then I had a little snack and I hung out with the cat for a little bit. So I might have forgotten where we were. We talked about the Void Seeker. We have a rancher, a doctor, a melee specialist as a knight, chief prospector. We don't really have much mining that we'll be doing. Potentially some medieval drilling with a mine shaft. And production specialist will be artisan, and shooting specialist will be our ranger general. I don't know if I want to assign roles right now. Let's see. So Roan will be our king. You'll be our moral guide. Fordo, you'll be a knight, and Radon, you'll be our archmage. Archmage. Why are you having issues right now? We just got here, dude. Not enough buildings. Greedy for impressive bedroom. Pounding unpleasant aftermath. It feels like a gaggle of geese are pecking at my skull. Interesting. I have no idea what that's from, but okay, so we got those. Don't have any insects. We do have some death stingers. Oh no, we do have death stingers in a couple places. They're not hostile though. I do have like that bug faction turned off. So I think we're fine. It is night number 2 for them. We have our storage stuff in here. Temperature wise, we have a passive cooler. We don't have anything to like refrigerate it. A large round pyre looks pretty cool. And then you guys will work on this stuff and that will help with your recreation. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Okay, we got some notifications that these two have grown stronger. So you've gotten a point, which means, can we learn any abilities? Cleave. Cleave is just enabled. So you just automatically are cleaving things in front of you. So it would just be to increase stuff. If we increase, activate next level, 20%, 30 stamina. Okay, sprint power. Oh, increases speed, reduces the stamina cost. Let's do that. Oh, you have a couple points. And Ronaldo, you have 2 points available. Ranger training, bow training. Let's go ahead and do animal bond. Well, it's like all of these are learned, so none of them cost points, right? Increases the power of the bond. Decreases the stamina cost. Oh, and this increases the like level of animals. So like more wild animals, basically. We can do up to 90% now. And next level, we'll basically be able to bond with any animals. So if anything really cool pops on the map, then we should be able to grab it. Does anyone else have any points? You have a point. Let's learn Firebolt, and we'll turn that on autocast if we get into combat. You have a point. 2 points to learn. Let's save your points so that we can summon minions, because they will help out with cleaning and hauling. You have a point. Earth and Hammer, Earth and Sprites. I want the Sentinel, or the Sprites will just like do auto mining for us, so we'll wait for the Sentinel. Let's learn Heal for you. Ooh, let's turn that on autocast. Sarah, let's learn Lullaby. And then Findo, we'll learn Advanced Heal. We'll just kind of like work our way down through learning these abilities. You have 1 point. It takes 2 points to learn the rest of these. Okay, we have our storage built up. We have our research bench down. We have queued up some research. We have quite a few things queued up. First up is textile. Oh, wait, where did stone cutting go? Stone cutting. For whatever reason that dropped off. Oh, no, it's there twice. I just didn't scroll enough. Okay. So stone cutting, textile spinning, basic and complex furniture, and then complex clothing. We'll work over to smithing and being able to smelt steel from iron. We're going to have to find a source of iron. We have some coal deposits here. We have some iron right there, so that's great. We're building some bedrooms up here. I think this will become production facilities. We'll stick everyone in a barracks over here, and then we will set up a little makeshift prison there for now, since recruiting is definitely on the agenda. This crib looks so adorable. That also reminds me, we need children. Try for baby. You are actually married to someone, right? Your husband, yes. Let's grab that and let's stick Radon and Mary there. So that'll be good. We're running a little low on the food that we started with. We're about halfway through it, so I'm going to queue up some hunting. We do have a little butcher block down here. We're putting in a workbench down there. Rowan is turning some logs into timber for us, or wood planks, I guess. Mary is turning some wood planks into tanning liquor, and then eventually we'll get these tanning racks up so that we can turn any hides that we get into actual usable leather. But, no major events, just a lot of setup and maybe a little bit too much of me rambling. I think I'll let them get all this finished constructed, and we'll come back tomorrow to see what Randy has to throw at us. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.